Hey there, it's Jazz. So today we're going to go over the 3 products you should not sell on Amazon FBA. And this is coming from someone who used to work at the Amazon warehouse. Actually, that was my first job. I worked there in 2016 and 2017. And now currently I am an Amazon seller. And if you are someone who wants to get consistent profits and doesn't want to deal with returns, I'm telling you, just avoid these 3 types of products, because I will be telling you that you can sell them and you can make a profit. But if you are a beginner, these are just products that you should avoid in the beginning, because your whole goal is being able to flip your cash and constantly be able to make more profit and more profit and more profit, to be able to do this full time and be able to actually make a living out of it. Now, I will say that you can take the risk and actually sell it if you can see that you can make any profit out of these items. But with that being said, if you are new to the channel, I do focus on making, saving, and growing your money. And I would be extremely grateful if you subscribed and hit the like button if I end up bringing you any value. With that being said, let's get to it. Now, I do want you to watch until the end, because I will be giving you something that they taught me while I was in the training, while I was 18 working at the warehouse. And that is hazmat. Those are a certain type of products that Amazon does not allow you to actually sell. So I will be leaving the article down in the description, and I will be going over a brief description of what that is. That way you can avoid it and actually not have to worry with Amazon going at you and asking you why you're selling these products when they actually do not allow anyone to sell them. Anyways, let's get to it. Now, the first one that I really want you to consider when you are selling is glass. Now, the main reason why I want to break down these 3 ones is for this. One, whenever you are buying a product, you want to be mindful that you're going to be shipping these products and you have no control of how it's handled, right? So of course, whenever you do take it to the warehouse, us as employees, we are trained to put things at a certain place and be careful, because we do have some items that do get destroyed, and if, of course, we are the ones that are in fault, and then if we're constantly doing this, we can get in trouble. So we are trained to take care of your products. But what you cannot control is the handling when it's shipped off to your customer. And the main reason why you want to keep this in your mind is because if you find a product, like say a mug, right, and it's glass, and you have a good product that continuously makes you profit, you want to continuously make business with this one product, right? So whenever you are actually selling products on Amazon, you want to create a relationship not only with Amazon, but also with the customers, because they can also continuously buy them, especially if it's socks, any type of product that you find that makes you profit, you can continuously sell it to the same customer, and that's the goal. Now, like I said, you've seen those crazy stories where mailmen are just throwing the boxes to their doorsteps, and you also have to be mindful that they are not getting paid the money that they should get paid. They're tired, they have their own personal issues, so you want to give them the better hand in the situation. But you want to also keep in mind that if you are selling something that it has a potential of breaking and you're not getting the profits you desire, right? And the worst thing that can happen is you getting a return and you not being able to resell it on Amazon because it's used. So like I said, like glass, if your mug breaks, you can't resell it. You're gonna have to throw it away. You just bet money. You won't even get any profit. So the whole goal here is, if you want to start selling mugs, if you want to start selling products, especially beauty products that are in glass containers, just know that you have a risk of actually breaking on Amazon employees while it's handled to your customer, or even your customer dropping it in accident and then blaming it on the whole handling situation. So if you want to continuously make profit, just keep in mind that you can sell glass. You have an opportunity to sell in glass, but just know that you have a risk of it breaking. So that's all I want to say with that. Now, to the next one that I do want to go over is heavy products. Now, this is something I had to learn the hard way. And even on Amazon, right, you have to pay a higher FBA fee where it's stored. When I was working in Amazon, there was different sections. Just think of Amazon warehouse as a library. You know how there's shelves of books like side by side? That's how it is in Amazon. But the thing is that there are some shelves that are small, like the bookshelves, and there are some shelves that are huge, and those are for the big products. So whenever you do have a heavy big product, you will be paying a higher FBA fee. On top of that, when you ship, right, your shipping is super cheap, especially when it comes to pounds. Whenever I ship something, it's like 15 cents per pound, which is insanely cheap. Because Amazon is actually partnered up with UPS. So now you will most likely, if you say you buy a basketball hoop thing, you know what I mean, like the one that you put outside, probably pay between $60 to $120 just to ship one item, depending on how much it weighs. So just keep that in mind. But you can also always make profit of any type of item that you sell. But I don't recommend this for anyone who is new to the whole Amazon journey, because like I said, the whole goal in the beginning is for you to actually be able to use your money and continuously get back the profit and the principal and put it back and put it back and put it back and put it back. And when you have heavy items that it's draining through your shipping, you are basically, one, getting less profit, and two, more FBA fees. And the whole goal here is to be able to make more money, right? So just keep in mind that you can sell it, but it is a hassle, and I don't recommend it for anyone who is a beginner. So just keep that in mind. Now, the other one that I have sold in the past is cheap electronics and toys, okay? The thing here is that in the beginning, you are most likely going to be restricted. So you're trying to get ungated in certain brands like Marvel, Lego. But there are going to be electronics that are cheap and toys that are cheap. And if they malfunction or something happens to that product, they're going to be able to return it back to you for that reason itself. And if you bought this toy at the store and it's already been over those 90 days or how much they give you on your receipt to return it, or it's been open and it's destroyed, or whatever the situation is, you don't want to have to deal with returns. Having to have returned back, this is how it is, okay? It's going to take mostly 2 months for you to actually get it back, from what I've experienced, because one, you have to ship it to Amazon. That takes about a week for them to actually put it into the system. And then from there, you are going to take a couple of days or sometimes weeks for you to sell a cheap product or an electronic, and then it'll be shipped to them. And then from there, right, the whole time frame, if they don't like that toy or that electronic, they're going to send it back to you. Back to the warehouse. And then from the warehouse, they're going to send it back to you. So that whole journey, it's going to take a really long time for you to get back that return. And for the whole time frame for you to return it back to the store, especially if you don't know how the customer treated that toy or electronic. Now, of course, there are some toys and electronics that do make you profit, but just always keep that in mind whenever you are selling something. Is this going to be able to sell without me having to return it? And that's why many people stick to groceries, because with groceries, once it's sent to the customer, they're not able to return it because it's food, it's edible, they can't resell it. It's one of those Amazon rules that customers need to abide. And even though Amazon is very customer centric, they are very strict on things that they put out there in the beginning. So just keep that in mind. Now with all of that, I just want to make sure that I went through everything. That way you are getting good. Okay, so now I want to talk about the one thing that was taught to me through me working at Amazon. And this is in the beginning, before I even go inside the warehouse. They have like a whole, I think it was like a whole 2 to 3 days of just pure training, videos after videos, and taking tests and making sure that you understand the whole system and the rules and things you can't do and like all the good stuff. And that is hazmat, right? And I will be leaving this article down in the description. That way, if you want to go and read it all, it's pretty straightforward, but it gives you, if you have like, for example, a toy that you want to buy and you're like, okay, does it have batteries that can actually be a hazmat problem, then go ahead and read it. That way you can understand what exactly Amazon is looking for. Now, the whole goal here with hazmat and why you can't sell these products is because they're dangerous goods. So anything that can pose a risk, whether that is storage, right, with you storing it at the Amazon storage house, right, Amazon warehouse, or handling, right, for them to ship it, and any danger of that item exploding on the mailman, right, they don't allow that type of products, and transportation. So I will say that the main thing that you want to keep in mind is flammable items and batteries. That's why they have a lot of hazmat problems with computers and cell phones. They are a little picky when it comes to those. Those are the main ones that have to do with batteries. And also, when you add a product on your Amazon Seller Central, you're actually going to be asked, does this have a battery? Like, does this include a battery? And I think that also, like, some batteries can actually melt in the heat, especially here in Arizona. And I know that if you're not from Arizona, you don't understand how hot it is, but actually batteries do melt over here. But I will say this, go ahead and read the article, because that way you can educate yourself if you are someone who wants to take this serious. And like I said, it's just 3 products that you should keep in mind when it comes to selling on Amazon, because 1, you want to make profit. 2, you don't want to have it to be returned to you, because then you have to deal with it by trying to sell it on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace, on other apps. And the thing here is that the whole goal for Amazon is for it to be smooth, passive income without you having to worry whether this item is going to sell or not, right? So hopefully I was able to bring you some value, and I wish I knew this when I first started selling on Amazon. And the thing here is it came with experience, especially working at Amazon. The funny thing is that I would have never thought that I would have become one of those Amazon sellers when I first started working at Amazon. So I think that everything works out the way it should, because I'm here bringing you value based on what I've learned and how I've been able to handle things while working at the warehouse. Now, if you have any questions based on Amazon, or any questions about personal finance or motivational, any type of question that you would want me to actually cover, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I will do my best to actually do a video on it and explain it to you with my the best way I possibly could. Now, with all of that being said, always remember to be someone that makes you happy.